Midnight Muses here again. Hang on, let me fix my light slightly. Coming at you with a slightly different video today. I'm also in a very different spot. I'm actually in my kitchen at the kitchen table. I've kind of turned it into like a little mini art space for myself today. Or not today, really for the next 2 weeks. And I actually want to spend this video talking more about my art as opposed to usually like I talk about like makeup and mental health. Well, art goes with the mental health actually, um just as much as the makeup does. So yeah, slightly different video coming at you today. So I'm wearing overalls for like the first time in years, and they're really comfortable walking around in, not quite as comfortable sitting in, but whatever, not a big deal. Anyways, so I have this area for 2 weeks that I can kind of do as much creative stuff as I can fit in, because usually I have to paint in my room, and don't get me wrong, I love painting in my room. It's my personal space. I can have my music, I can have my TV the way that I want it to, which is really awesome, but at the same time, it's very cramped. I have to paint in my bed. I find that I get a lot of really bad leg pain all the time because I'm sitting in such a cramped position trying to like do things, whereas in the kitchen, you know, I can have a little table easel as well, so I can like stand if I want to. I can sit at a chair. It's a lot more comfortable. I can get up and move without feeling like I've broken myself. So it's been really good. I'm going through things pretty quickly, and I've got a whole range that I'm doing right now. Also, this is the first time in a while that I'm painting for myself. The last time when I talked, because I know I talked about my art in one other video, but I was working on a bunch of pieces for my family and friends because that was what I was doing for them for Christmas. So I couldn't really show. I think I was able to show like one picture. I couldn't really show anything. So this time I can show a little bit more. I'm not going to show any of my older pieces. I might do that in another video and talk about them or whatever. Right now I'm just going to show my current project, and how I feel about it, and how it's helping me and whatnot. Because as I've said in my past few videos, you know, I lost someone very close to me very recently, and it has been an extremely difficult struggle for me just to kind of get up. Also, my eyes are red, probably from my contacts, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm always tired. I never sleep. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing. It's gotta get it right in there. So this is the first one that I finished. And so I think obviously just by that you can probably tell that I'm doing a Nightmare Before Christmas kind of series of paintings. I've started 0. So he's here. You can see a little bit of metallic paint. And then I've also started my Oogie Boogie. And I've got, again, a black metallic paint so I can see where to paint. But then just because they both have black backgrounds. And then I have about 5 more canvases just over there. But they only have like backgrounds on them. Like I'll grab a couple of them just to give you an idea. Like they're all in shades of like different kinds of like gray tones mixed together, and this one is, you can't see it as well, it looks far more white than it is, but it has a lot of gray mixed in there as well. So it's all variations from black to white, and I'm gonna make it so that the color that you get is really from the characters as opposed to the backgrounds. I want to keep the backgrounds very, very neutral, keep it in the whole Tim Burton theme of it being a little bit, and I'm trying to make it look as like sketchy, so it's like with the lines on here and even in here, I'm trying to make it look not quite like classic paint, but more almost like it's been sketched. So that's my goal with these guys. Lots of tiny little detailing brushes. It takes a lot more time than you would expect because you're using like a little itty bitty brush. But it has already been helping so much. I've literally only been doing this for a couple of days, and it has been amazing, because I think a lot of it too is that I'm actually painting for myself again. I'm not painting for the purpose of giving it off to someone else. And don't get me wrong, I get an enormous, I don't know how to explain it. It's such a wonderful feeling to be able to paint for somebody and give them a piece that is for them, that, you know, when you think of that person, that's you know, something that I paint is, you know, with the thoughts of them in mind. I really do quite love doing that. So I was happy with my Christmas project. I didn't finish it, and I still have been doing little pieces as I'm working on this. I have a couple of other ones because I definitely overwhelmed myself with that at Christmas. I was supposed to do like something like 25. I think I got through like 15. Like I did a good amount, but I didn't finish. So I do still have some people that I'm like, don't worry, it's coming at some point. I just finished another one of those a couple of days ago as well. But I painting for yourself in terms of like with how it helps with your mental health and stuff. It's really good because it in when you paint a painting that you're planning on giving away, you're painting for that person. You're not painting for yourself. So you're not getting the emotions that you want to necessarily be getting out onto the canvas because you're have somebody else in mind when doing so. So with these ones, it's a lot of the hurt that I'm feeling and a lot of like, there's a lot of love. There's happy thoughts, sad thoughts. It's a whole jumble of emotions that are constantly going through my head right now. And that's what's getting out onto the canvas for me right now. And, anyone who knows me even remotely knows how obsessed I've always been with, Nightmare Before Christmas. It's been my favorite movie since it came out. And that has never changed, no matter how much older I keep getting. I still love it. I love the whole idea of a Halloween town and things that are creepy and scary, but also loving and friendly. And because it's kind of it doesn't in a way it doesn't make sense. It's like, these are scary figures. They're not supposed to you're not supposed to like them. They're not supposed to be good people, but yet they are good people, but yet they still scare you. Like that's their job, is to scare you. But when they're at home, they're just like normal people. And I really like that idea. I think it for a lot of people, especially people who are mentally ill, really really love that movie. And I think because it speaks to us in that kind of a way where it's with the stigma that surrounds everything that we have, people can be scared of us, when they find out what our illnesses are. On the surface, no one's ever scared of me, but I have had people back away when they find out like what's going wrong up here. And it's difficult because you feel like a monster, and it's like I'm just like everybody else. It's just I do things a little differently. I think things a little differently. I feel things a little bit differently. And why does that make me, something that's bad? So I think that's why I connect with that whole storyline so much. Sorry, the lighting keeps changing. The sun is going down out there, so I do have my ring light on to try and counterbalance it. But if you see it going from warm to cool, that's probably what that is. It's also snowing. So yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying this because this is really getting the confusing thoughts in my head onto a canvas, and it's something that I absolutely love and I am so, so proud of. Actually, it's been kind of funny. I've already had a lot of people asking me for them, and it's like, no, not these ones. These ones are mine. These ones are going to go when Sean and I get our home. They're going to go in our home, and they're going to be ours. But I am quite happy with how they are turning out. So maybe I'll do a couple of other ones and maybe put those up for sale or something. But for now, these are just for me. But I did just want to come on here. Not a crazy long video. Literally just talking about art and how helpful it is and how art therapy is such an amazing thing, especially for people like me who have really bad issues with self-harm. Art has been a life-changing thing for me. I've always been artistic. I've always been artsy, but it's always helped me the most in terms of keeping a more well-balanced, healthy lifestyle. When I feel like things are falling and things are cracking and I'm feeling overwhelmed with emotion all the time, if I can get something out on paper, on canvas, if I can do a sculpture, if I can do something with my hands and create something from up here and put it out, it makes me feel a million times better and will give you that same release of pain that you can get from self-harm. Not as quickly, and that's what makes it difficult, is it's not as fast of a release. But if you just kind of keep at it and keep that the positive self-talk going and surround yourself with people that love you and that you love and that only want the best for you, then it can really be life-changing and really make a huge difference. I hate having this camera so close to my face right now. It's driving me nuts. But anyway, so yeah, just talking about my current project. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe collecting some of the other canvases that I have kicking around the house and like talking about why I made that piece and what it means to me and whatnot. My boyfriend actually has quite a lot at his place, which I don't know, maybe I'll steal some of them back temporarily and talk about those too. He likes to grab them when I finish them and put them on his walls, which is really sweet, but yeah. Though he's here with me for 2 weeks, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can get him on camera with me. He does have his own YouTube channel, and he did say that he would go on with me, depending on what I talked about. But yeah, and just artsy stuff. I guess that's my mental health update for right now, is that I am struggling pretty hard, but this is helping quite a lot. And I also posted on my best friend's health group on Facebook, and didn't realize that I had family members that had also were also part of it, who are now texting me like, "Hey, I'm sorry that you're struggling so hard," and because I asked just kind of like for advice to like get back on track with like my physical health, there, not so much my mental, my physical health. And so I've been getting messages from some family members, actually, one that I haven't talked to in a while, so that was really really cool, and we've been talking. Um, about like drinking water and not having so much bread, because that's been my thing, is all the bread, especially since I've been such an emotional wreck. It's like I'm barely eating. I'm eating like once a day, and the one time that I eat, it's bread. But trying yesterday, I did good. I had steak and mushrooms and asparagus, so that was good. Made it. It was delicious. I was quite happy with it. So just gotta keep up with it, keep fighting, keep going. But yeah, just stay as positive as you can. Even when your world is ending, there are always amazing things out there, and sometimes it's just a matter of trying not to focus on the things that are bringing you down and trying to focus on the things that are building you up, and try to focus on ways to build yourself up, because it's always, you're the only one that can get yourself out of these holes. No one else can do it for you. Asking for help, asking for advice. I know how hard it is, especially for people who are what they call like functioning depressants or whatever the hell. They use it with me all the time, and it's hard to ask for help when you feel like a burden to everybody all the time, and it's like, no, I should be able to do this on my own, but asking for help is okay. And the people that kind of push you aside, they're not worth it anyway. The people who really love you will, in whatever way they can. And what I think a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of time when we ask for help, we're not necessarily saying, hey, come and do all these things for me. It's just, hey, can you text me once a day and say hey, or can you stop by and have a tea with me, or just like the smallest things can make such a huge difference. So always, if you know that there's someone in your life that's been struggling and you haven't heard from them, just check in, because you don't know how much of a difference that will make to their day, that there's, someone who cares for them, that's reaching out when they're feeling like their world is ending. But anyways, going off topic a little, quite a lot. But yeah, back to art. Art therapy is fantastic. I've never actually done art therapy like in a counseling ways. Well, I have, but like not for like at least 10 years. I was supposed to from like November, but I haven't gotten the email from the place I go to yet. So hopefully I'll hear from them soon. But I do really like doing it at home, and I think it's just because I have the freedom to paint whatever I want. I don't know how they do it in art therapy with like counselors and stuff now. I know that before when I did it, it was kind of like you were like given something to paint, and they'd be like show you like, I don't know, like fruit or something, and be like, how does that make you feel? And paint like, or like, not fruit, that's a stupid example, but like they'd show you a picture of something, or like just give you something and be like, okay, paint about how this makes you feel. And it's like, what? I don't want to do that. I just want to paint how I feel about like the crap in my head. I don't want to have to paint how that orange makes me feel. That's weird. Or a cat or whatever. So I don't know how they do it now, but I know that when I did it before, it was kind of strange. But I like I like this because I think that, especially, everyone is such an individual, everyone is so unique, that when it comes to art therapy, obviously all the art that comes out of it is going to be just as unique. And sometimes, and also some people do need that structure where it's like, okay, like paint this or paint that, and that'll help calm you down. But then there are other people where it's like, just paint whatever you want. Paint whatever is in your head, paint those things. Though sometimes, of course, you paint those things and people are like, oh, maybe we should send you back to the hospital because things are not looking good. But it's as long to me, as long as it's helpful and it's not hurting anyone else and it is helping with your own internal pain, then go for it, do it. Anything that is safe, productive, and helpful and makes you feel good, absolutely. And if your art scares people, who cares? I mean, there's so many artists out there that paint like some really messed up stuff, but it's beautiful and it's amazing, and you know that it's them getting their paint on canvas, and I think it's such a beautiful thing. Um, I don't know. I think that art is life changing, and I love the way that it doesn't only affect the person who's painting it. I love the way that it affects the people who look at it and how it makes them feel, and what emotions it brings out in them, because it's always different for each person. Which is why I think art is such an integral part of just this world. It's so incredible, and I don't know. I think it's great. But I do kind of want, I know when I first like had my like, hey, welcome to YouTube video thing that I did, I said that I want to do a lot of different things with my channel. And I think also while I have this freedom on this level of the house for the next 2 weeks, that I'm probably going to film a lot of weird things. Well, not necessarily weird things, just not necessarily like my classic makeup videos. Um, because like I cook constantly, so I might do something that's more along the lines of like things that I make, and things that I like to like eat, because I mean, yes, I love bread, but like in terms of cooking, I actually don't do like bread things. I cook a lot of really like healthy meals, and I cook a lot of like curries and stuff like that. So I might do something along with that, especially since I do have Sean here, so hopefully he can help me with some editing. I'm not gonna get him to edit this video because I'm gonna wrap it in a minute and just post it. I don't really care, but I'm gonna see if I can try out some new strategies, new stuff. But anyways, thank you so much as always for watching, and if you are interested to see how this series turns out in the next 2 weeks, let me know, and I will definitely do an updated video about it. All right, yeah, if you like this video, hit like, and if you want to see more of what goes on in my weird life, then hit subscribe. I try to post twice a week. I'm sorry that I only posted once last week. I'll try and do a third video this week to make up for that. But yeah, all right, have a great day, everyone. Okay, bye.